If you're a solo content creator, this little gadget from Hohem might just be what you've been looking for. Hi, and welcome to the Gadget Talk channel, where we do reviews and how-tos on a variety of gadgets that catch my eye. If you find this video helpful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Gadget Talk channel. I really appreciate it. In this video, we're looking at a gadget in the video tools category here on the channel. One of the video tools I use and have reviewed on the channel is an action camera gimbal from Hohem, so I'm familiar with the brand. Action cam and smartphone gimbals are handy when shooting on the move, and they smooth out the bumps and abrupt movements captured by the camera. Many smartphone camera apps that are paired with gimbals include follow modes where you can draw a box around the subject, and the camera app will use some artificial intelligence to cause the gimbal to follow that subject. Where these apps fall short is that you need someone to draw the box around the subject you want to follow. This is where the Hohem Go fills the gap. You don't need someone to draw the box. This allows you to do solo content creation with gimbal-like auto-follow capability, and that's pretty cool. The Hohem Go is a 2-axis gimbal with a built-in camera and some AI software that allows you to mount your smartphone or tablet on the device, and you have it follow you around. From a specs perspective, the Go will track you through 360 degrees of rotation and up and down with about plus or minus 15 degrees of tilt. You simply mount your phone or tablet in the Go's mounting clamp, set your camera app to start recording, step in front of the Go, and give it an OK sign with your hand. It will recognize the hand side, and its AI software will sense your presence and simply follow your movements. What this means to you is that you'll be able to record or stream activities where you move around without the need of a helper to act as a camera operator or having to set the frame of the camera so wide that you lose some of the detail you might want to emphasize. For example, if you were recording making some cookies, you could move around the kitchen and the camera would follow you as you move from the counter to the oven. Or if you were doing a fitness video, your camera will follow you as you move left and right or up and down while demonstrating various exercises or yoga positions. For me, what makes this interesting is that there is no connection between your phone or tablet and the Go. No Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth, not anything. The tracking occurs within the Go itself using the camera mounted on the front of the Go device. Let's take a quick look at the device up close. So here's the box that the Hohem Go comes in. It's a pretty nice little packaging coming in here, and it came in without any bumps or dings, and so the packaging did its job. The first thing I noticed when I got it out of the box is that it had just a very brief overview or instruction folder. Here's the instruction folder. It's got that same white and orange coloring, and there's really not much to it. You know, it tells you to drop the phone in, tells you to tighten the clamp, turn it on, do the hand sign, and then it gives you some indicator diagrams for when it's charging, what the status lights mean, and so forth. And so really it doesn't really amount to much of anything. Here on the specifications, it talks about the weight of the device, its size. It's got a 2,000 milliamp hour LiPo battery, so that's pretty good with operating time of 10 hours. If you're tracking a little bit less The tilt is plus or minus 15 degrees and the pan is 360, which actually it's further than that because it'll follow you around as many times as you walk around it. And so that's the owner's manual. So let's take a quick look at the device itself. So as you can see, it's not very big. It's smaller than my hand. And so let's do a quick tour. The top of it here is the part that rotates and tilts. And so the motors and the gimbal part of it is down here. You can see right here is the camera that connects to the circuitry in the device that will follow you around. And then this button right here is the entire control suite. You push it on to hold it, and then it will light up depending upon what it's doing. So it's blue when it's on, it's green when it's tracking, and so there's really not much to it in terms of turning the thing on. As I mentioned before, you use hand signs to start and stop, and so you use the OK sign here. Let me get my hand in there. So it recognizes that and will start tracking, and then you give it a hand like this, tell it to stop, and the light will change back to blue and it'll stop tracking. Now here on the top is the clamp to put your phone in. I have my phone right here, so you just set the phone in, turn it a couple of clicks to tighten it down, and then now your phone is mounted in there. Now this clamp is big enough to take a tablet. So if you got an 8 or 10-inch tablet that you use for recording, it will fit in here as well. The other thing, of course, is that because nothing is connected to the Go itself, you can set it in whatever orientation you want. So if you're streaming on Facebook or using any of those other kinds of services where you use the vertical orientation for the video, you just mount it vertically in the Go and it's ready to shoot. On the back of the Go is the USB-C connector, which you'll use to charge the device. As I mentioned earlier, it's got a 2000 milliamp hour LiPo battery, so it's going to give you some good coverage. And then here on the bottom is a 1/4-20 socket that you can screw into a tripod, either one of those little mini tripods with the full, flexible legs if you mount it on a table, or on a full-size tripod if you want something a little bit more stable. And so the shots you're going to see that I took, I used it on a lightweight travel type tripod, and it works just fine. And so that's pretty much all there is to this little Go device. I took the device out to a neighborhood park and shot some video against some different backgrounds. Here's a quick look at that. Okay, so you can see that I gave it the OK signal, so it started to track me. So we're going to kind of work our way through the Hohem Go's motions. I've got another camera just off to the right, and we're going to walk around that when we do our 360-degree tour. So let's start a movement of 360 degrees around the tripod that I've got this Hohem Go mounted on. So it's following me around. It sees me. I'm being tracked by the camera on the device, not on my phone. So I'm still working my way around and it's still following me. I've gone a little past 360 degrees, so it'll make that full amount. Now I'm going to try to move quickly to my left and see if I can get out of frame. And it should stop tracking when it loses me. So let me move real quick. So it stopped when I got out of the frame. I'll give it the sign and it'll now start tracking me again. So if you move too fast, it'll lose you. So now I'm going to go up the stairs behind me on the play structure and see if it'll follow me up the stairs. Well, to climb up the play equipment didn't really follow very well. I think it may be because the background is so busy with all those colors and the fact that my shirt is a very similar color. So I'm going to move the camera and go to a place where I can change my elevation with a little bit more of a distinctive background so that I don't get lost, since the AI in this is following my shape and it's easy to lose against a busy background. While not bad, the Go sometimes lost track. I decided to try an area with a less chaotic background to see if that worked better. As you'll see, it did. So again, we're outside, this time with a little bit of a more plain background. I've got a wall behind me. There's some plants and other things, just to check the tracking where it isn't quite as busy as that jungle gym was that I had on the previous video. So I'll move over here and it's following me. I'm about 10 to 12 feet away from the device. Moving back over here, again, kind of working in an arc. Now I'm going to come forward, see if it tilts up to follow me. I can see it tilting up, and about here I'm only about 18 or 20 inches, and probably my head is just fallen off the top of the frame. So again, I've got this working back here. Had an airplane flying over. We'll see if the microphone picked that up. Now I'm going to move over here and kind of see how far it'll go and track me. So we'll follow along here. Okay, the camera has tracked me. I'm probably about 20 feet away from it. Here I'm about 30. We'll go side to side, see if it's following me around. Looks like it's following me, but I'm probably at the far end of its range. Move back in here. You can see it's moving, so it's still tracking me. And now I'm back over here in front of it, about 12 feet away. I'm going to have it follow me around here and go back into a little bit busier of a background that I'm looking at right now, and so you'll have a chance to see that. We'll see how that works with a little bit more images in the back, more textures in the back. You will know that I'm dressed in a dark blue shirt, again, trying to maximize the contrast between me and my backgrounds. So let me move over there. Okay, so it's followed me over there. It looked like it may have lagged for just a minute, but it found me again, and now it's followed up. It's tilted up a little bit, so hopefully I'm still in view. And you can see there's tree here, there's bushes here, there's more bushes up there behind me, and it was able to follow me around in this more complex background just fine. So let me head back around to the front. And so here I am back at the front. It's pointed at me, so it looks like it followed me around just fine. Software in the Go looks for a human shape to follow. If your background is too cluttered or if your clothing is too similar to the background, the Go's accuracy goes down. With high contrast, it followed me around without a problem. After using the Go for a couple of weeks, here are some pros and cons I've discovered. First, the pros. I really like the ability to be able to move around and have the camera follow me without having someone either draw a box around me in a gimbal-connected camera app or actually hold and move the camera to keep me in frame. Next, the Go is really simple to operate. There's just one button and one LED display to let you know the device's status. Last, the sturdy build allows you to mount a phone or tablet on the device for your recording. The quarter 20 socket on the bottom allows you to mount the Go to a tripod to help you get the height and tilt correct for whatever the particular shot you're shooting. Now, for a couple of cons. First, the AI will lose you if your background is too busy or your clothing blends in too well with the background itself. It seems to want a fairly distinct form to follow. Now, that's not unusual for these kinds of tracking apps. Related to the first con is that while there is nothing in the instruction that talks about range, its ability to follow you goes down the further you are away from the device. Again, the busier the background, the more likely the Go will lose track of you. To maximize the device's ability to keep you in frame, choose a fairly simple background, stay fairly close, and wear clothing that won't make you disappear in the scene. I've had good luck up to about 20 to 30 feet from the Go. The last thing I'll mention here is neither a pro nor a con, but just something to remember. Since the device has no idea what your camera is recording, do a quick test shot where you move around in the area you plan on using. Review the test shot to see if you need to adjust the Go device's tilt on the tripod you're using or change the zoom setting on the camera app. The Go's wide-angle camera may be able to follow you just fine, only for you to later discover your smartphone's camera has your head and face completely out of the frame when you get fairly close. A test shot where you move left and right, and especially when you move forward and backward, will help ensure you know your camera's ability to keep you in the frame. The Hohem Go is a nice little accessory that will help you add movement and interest to your solo productions. With some practice to understand its strengths and limits, you'll be recording great videos in no time. Hey, if you found this video helpful, please click the thumbs up button below the video and subscribe to the Gadget Talk channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. Thanks for watching.